I don't sing because I'm happy because I sing. This quote defines who I am because of the influence of music on my life. Imagine a 5-year-old version of myself walking around the house singing the song Tomorrow from the Broadway show Annie. Singing has been a big part of my life, and that is why I have decided to write my speech on singing. And I will be highlighting the points on proper singing technique, how to read music, and how to apply what I have taught you through this speech in your own singing styles. According to Jennifer Williams from articlesbase.com, it is important to warm up before you start singing. You need to warm up your face, your jaws, and your vocal cords. One way to warm up your face and jaws is to do the tiger face, lemon face. Tiger face, lemon face is when you make the biggest face ever, which is tiger face, and then the smallest face ever, lemon face. So it'd be like tiger face, ha! And then lemon face. Do you guys want to try it with me? Yeah. Tiger face, ha! Lemon face. And it's just a fun way to get your face exercised and everything. And one way, you also need to warm up your vocal cords, and to do that, you can practice your scales and do tongue twisters. And you can combine the two together by doing a tongue twister in song form, like Mama made me mash my M&Ms, oh my, something like that. Those are just a few examples on how to warm up. Posture is important when it comes to singing because if you have good posture, like what I'm showing right now, you can support your diaphragm. Your diaphragm is the part of your body that you use when you're singing, when you breathe. When you're usually breathing, you breathe with your lungs and it looks like this. But when you sing, you breathe with your diaphragm, which is in your stomach, and it should look like this. If you notice from the side view, my tummy goes out. Your diaphragm supports how you sing. It'll help you get up high and down low. It's important to stay hydrated because when you stay hydrated, your throat is moistened and then you can sing really well. And you don't want to strain your voice by screaming because then you cannot hit notes as well as you probably could without a strained voice. Here's a link to a video by Yesenia Bailon. I think that's how you say her name. She's from Expert Village, and she teaches some really good tips on how to make sure you're supporting your diaphragm correctly. And 2 of the tips she had were act like you're surprised, because when you're surprised, you go, and you use your diaphragm, and it expands. And I kind of forgot how the other tip was, so I just remembered that when you're surprised, you use your diaphragm, you go, and that's how you do it. According to Gary Garrix on ehow.com, reading music is very important when it comes to singing because if you don't know what you're singing, you probably can't sing very well. Music is written through A through G. That's what the notes are written in, and they're from sharps and flats. And all notes can be sharped or flatted. Music is written in measures, and they're written in measures, and there can be 2 different clefs. This is a treble clef, and that is a bass clef. And for treble clefs, it's usually sopranos, altos, and tenors that sing on the treble clef. And for bass clefs, it's usually basses that sing. For the different clefs, the notes, like an A, would be on a different position on a treble clef than it is for bass clef. For example, use the acronym Every Good Boy Deserves Fudge for the lines when you're trying to find an A on a treble clef. So, every good boy deserves fudge. A would be right here. Another acronym you can use is FACE, F-A-C-E. That's another way to find A. For a bass clef, to find the A, I use the acronym All Cows Eat Grass. That's for all the spaces. So it would be All Cows Eat Grass. So the A would be on the bottom space. Time signatures are put in front of measures to tell you what kind of notes go in each measure and how many of them can go in each measure. Are you confused yet? We should probably tell you about note values and rest values. This is a quarter note. It's worth 1 count, and there's 4 per measure. And that's a half note, and it's worth 2 counts, and there's 2 per measure, and this is in common time, which is 4/4 time. That's a dotted half note, it's worth 3 counts, and there's 1 per measure plus a quarter note. And the one on the end is a whole note, and it's worth 4 counts, and there's 1 per measure. You also have an eighth note, which is worth 1/2 of a count, and there's 8 of them in 1 measure. And the last one is a 16th note, which is really fast, and it's worth 1/4 of a count, and there's 16 of them in a measure. You also have rest values, and the different rest values are the quarter rest, which is this funny looking guy right here. It's worth 1 count. The top hat is worth a half rest. It's called a half rest, and it's worth 2 counts. The upside down hat is the whole rest, and it's worth 4 counts. And that other guy on the way in, that's an 8th rest, and it's a half a count. And if you're holding for more than 1 measure, you're going to see a big black bar, which with a number on top of it, and that will show you what or how many measures that you hold for a rest. So this is the song "Mary Had a Little Lamb." If you can see it, I hope you can. It's kind of small. It's in the treble clef is on the top and the bass clef is on the bottom. And so it starts, every good boy deserves fudge, so it starts with an E and it goes down. And it's in common time, so the first measure, there's 4 counts in all the measures. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1 measure. 1, 2, and then 3, 4 for the third note, because it's a half note. And same with the third one and then the fourth one. That one and that one are the same. And that one is the same. And that one is the same. And then the last measure is a whole note, which is held for the rest of the measure. Now I'm going to apply what I have told you and sing you a part of a song that I've learned in chorus. It's called "We Come From the Fire." I'm probably not going to sing it as high because it's a really high song, but I'll kind of show you what it should sound like. I'll read on the treble clef because I'm a soprano. And you need to remember your posture and your breathing. And I kind of warmed up a little bit, but not much, so please don't judge me. So it should go something like this. We come from the fire, living in the fire, go back to the fire, turn the world around. Anybody want to try it?